Greetings, citizens of the world. This is Anonymous. Today we turn our attention to a bold claim made by Congressman Maxwell Frost that the White House is preparing to release undeniable proof of extraterrestrial life. While this revelation, if true, would shake the foundation of what we understand about our place in the universe, we urge you to look deeper. This announcement is not merely about aliens, it is about distraction. Historically, disclosures of this magnitude have never come without calculated timing. Right now, there are events unfolding globally that demand public scrutiny. The sudden promise of alien proof appears conveniently timed. This is not a call to reject the possibility of life beyond Earth. Rather, it is a call to question why such information is being released now and what is being hidden behind the spectacle. Distraction has always been a tool of those in power, and now it is dressed in the stars. We are anonymous. We do not forget. We do not forgive. Expect us.
Over the past 30 hours, an extraordinary shift has taken place across major social media platforms. Trending topics have surged around the subjects of UFOs, UAPs, disclosure, and alien life. At the center of this digital storm stands Congressman Maxwell Frost, who recently made waves by hinting that the White House may be preparing to release official confirmation that extraterrestrial life exists. This revelation, according to many online voices, could be the moment humanity has been waiting for, the point when the unknown finally steps into the light of global awareness. The public's reaction to Congressman Frost's statement has been electric. Across platforms such as Twitter and Reddit, users have flooded timelines and comment sections with theories, speculation, and hopeful curiosity. What was once whispered in forums is now boldly displayed on trending pages. The sheer momentum of these discussions has amplified a sentiment that disclosure may be not only imminent, but already unfolding in real time. A significant portion of the online conversation is focused on the timing of this potential announcement. Many individuals believe the White House would not allow such a statement to emerge unless it was carefully calculated and planned. The sudden spike in UFO and UAP discourse, paired with recent discoveries in astronomy, has led some to believe this news may be linked to objects newly detected within our solar system. There is growing speculation that near-Earth objects, previously categorized as asteroids or space anomalies, may in fact be the first signs of advanced technology entering our neighborhood from deep space. This line of thinking has gained traction quickly, particularly with the help of viral posts that question whether these so-called objects are organic to the solar system or possibly something entirely artificial. It is not only the presence of unidentified aerial phenomena on Earth that is causing curiosity. There is now increasing interest in space-based anomalies as well. The question many are asking is not just if intelligent life exists, but whether it is already here, silently watching from beyond the atmosphere or orbiting among the celestial bodies. However, not everyone is convinced by this surge in alien-themed attention. A counter-narrative has gained just as much strength, championed in part by online groups such as the decentralized collective known as Anonymous. These skeptics argue that the flood of UFO and alien-related content is not a signal of transparency, but rather a carefully crafted distraction. Throughout history, major announcements regarding unidentified aerial phenomena have tended to arrive just as more terrestrial controversies or crises are unfolding behind the scenes. According to this perspective, the current media storm surrounding aliens and UAPs may be overshadowing other urgent matters. Issues such as expanding surveillance laws, financial instability, conflicts abroad, and controversial legislation at home are all being quietly pushed out of the news cycle. The belief is that when attention is hyper-focused on something as captivating and mysterious as alien life, it becomes easier for authorities to sideline difficult discussions and real-world accountability. This theory resonates deeply with many people who have followed disclosure efforts for decades. They remember how similar announcements in the past have often coincided with other controversial events. When governments and intelligence agencies have felt public pressure or scrutiny, some argue they have turned to the allure of the unknown as a form of diversion. Alien life, whether confirmed or rumored, naturally dominates the conversation and stirs the imagination. It creates a powerful emotional reaction that overwhelms more mundane, though often more urgent, concerns. Some observers have pointed out the eerie synchronicity of the past few days. Just before Congressman Frost's comments went viral, reports emerged of unusual seismic activity at major observatories, unexpected gaps in public satellite data, and classified briefings being scheduled behind closed doors. While none of these events confirm the presence of alien life, their convergence has added to the feeling that something significant is happening, either a genuine breakthrough or a complex stage play designed to move public attention in a particular direction. The public's fascination with extraterrestrial intelligence is not a new phenomenon. Since the mid-20th century, sightings, encounters, and classified military footage have fueled speculation that humanity is not alone. However, the difference today is the accessibility and speed of information. Social media platforms allow narratives to spread globally within minutes, bypassing traditional gatekeepers of information. As a result, the conversation around UFOs and alien disclosure no longer rests solely in the hands of institutions. It has become democratized, and that is both powerful and unpredictable. Congressman Frost's statement may have been intended to prepare the public for an upcoming official announcement. The more mysteries accumulate, the more people begin to question not just what is being said, but also what is being withheld. At the heart of the public's fascination lies a deeper hope. That confirmation of alien life will unite humanity, expand scientific horizons, and fundamentally shift our understanding of our place in the cosmos. But others argue that the moment of disclosure, if it truly arrives, must be met with caution. Not because extraterrestrial life is inherently threatening, but because such a monumental revelation must not be allowed to cloud the judgment of the public, nor become a tool for manipulation. As the debate continues to rage online, one thing remains clear. Society is entering a new phase of dialogue about life beyond Earth. Whether this conversation has been prompted by genuine discoveries or by calculated redirection, it is now impossible to ignore. People are asking questions. They are watching the skies. They are connecting the dots. This moment in time, this flurry of posts, images, statements, and silences, is more than a fleeting trend. It is a signal that interest in the unknown is intensifying. The truth, whatever it may be, is pressing closer to the surface. As the next days unfold, attention will remain focused on the White House, on scientific institutions, and on the skies above. Whether the anticipated announcement delivers a groundbreaking revelation or simply adds another layer to the mystery, it has already accomplished something significant. It has reminded people that wonder still exists. And in a world filled with chaos and complexity, that wonder might just be the spark that leads to something truly transformative. Or, as some warn, a story used to mask a different kind of truth altogether.
Hi, I'm Gary McKinnon, also known as the UFO hacker. Apparently some people think these videos might be a deepfake. It's not. I'm sure there's a way to prove that. I just haven't thought about it yet. Yeah, this is my real Twitter account, and I'm glad to be back. I'll be, as and when I can, posting some exclusive content just to X. Can't get used to calling Twitter X. Obviously regarding UAP, UFOs, perhaps the strange drone phenomena that's been happening. And yeah, glad to be back. Thanks.
Gary McKinnon, a British hacker, made headlines in the early 2000s when he was accused of breaking into NASA and US military computers in search of information about UFOs, advanced technology, and extraterrestrial life. His unauthorized access to classified systems led to one of the most controversial hacking cases in history. While US authorities sought his extradition for what they described as the biggest military computer hack of all time, McKinnon himself claimed that his motivations were not malicious, but rather an attempt to uncover hidden truths about space, secret technology, and non-human intelligence. Among his most shocking revelations was his claim that he had discovered a folder on a Johnson Space Center computer titled Unfiltered. Inside this folder, he found a thumbnail image of a strange spacecraft, cigar-shaped and unlike anything known to the public. According to McKinnon, this was not an ordinary satellite or conventional aircraft, but something far more advanced. His discovery, along with other data he allegedly accessed, led him to believe that NASA and the US government were concealing knowledge about non-terrestrial technology and possibly extraterrestrial life. McKinnon described how, during his search of classified NASA files, he found a folder labeled Unfiltered. Within this directory, he came across a low-resolution thumbnail of an object that appeared to be floating in space. Unlike traditional satellites or space station components, the object was elongated, cigar-shaped, and seemingly constructed with a sleek, futuristic design. McKinnon tried to open the full-sized image to get a clearer view, but the NASA computer's connection was slow, and before he could successfully download it, his access was cut off. Despite this, he was convinced that what he had seen was not a conventional spacecraft, but something highly classified, potentially a part of a hidden space program, or even of extraterrestrial origin. His claim added weight to long-standing theories about secretive space projects, particularly those suggesting that NASA edits or filters images before releasing them to the public. Some researchers and whistleblowers have previously suggested that raw satellite and space telescope images often contain unexplained objects, which are later erased or altered. If McKinnon's allegations are true, then NASA may have an extensive catalogue of unfiltered images containing spacecraft or anomalies that remain undisclosed to the public. Beyond the unfiltered folder and the mysterious spacecraft image, McKinnon also reported discovering 2 Microsoft Excel spreadsheets that deepened the mystery even further. The first spreadsheet contained tabs for material transfers between ships, while the second listed ranks and names of individuals associated with these ships. However, these names were not linked to any known military or NASA personnel. McKinnon attempted to look up the names of the ships, which he estimated to be 8 to 10 in total, but found that they did not correspond to any vessels listed in public records. This led him to a stunning conclusion. The ships either belonged to a secret military space program or were part of an extraterrestrial US initiative. One of the key questions raised by McKinnon's discovery is what these ships actually were. Were they classified space vehicles operating beyond Earth's atmosphere? Could they be part of a hidden fleet conducting off-world missions? If so, it would suggest that humanity has already developed and deployed spacecraft that far exceed the capabilities of conventional space shuttles and satellites. His claims align with theories about a covert US military space program, sometimes referred to as the secret space program. Researchers and former government insiders have speculated for years that classified space fleets exist, operating under programs that remain unknown to the general public and even to most government officials. McKinnon's findings, if verified, could provide the strongest evidence yet that such a program is real. If McKinnon's claims are accurate, they raise serious questions about what governments are keeping from the public. The existence of advanced space vehicles, unknown military personnel, and unfiltered satellite imagery of unknown craft suggests that humanity may have already developed spacefaring technology far beyond what is officially disclosed. One major implication is that technological advancements, particularly in propulsion and energy, are being deliberately withheld. If these spacecraft are operating beyond Earth's atmosphere, they likely utilize technology that surpasses traditional rocket-based propulsion systems. Some theories suggest that such crafts might use anti-gravity technology, zero-point energy, or other revolutionary forms of propulsion that could change the way humanity explores space. Additionally, if McKinnon's assertion about extraterrestrial contact holds any truth, it could mean that governments have been engaged in interstellar operations or diplomatic relations with non-human civilizations. This would be one of the most significant revelations in human history, fundamentally altering our understanding of our place in the universe. Following his hacking activities, McKinnon faced intense legal repercussions, with US authorities seeking his extradition to face trial. The US government accused him of causing damage to military and NASA systems, although McKinnon maintained that he was simply searching for hidden information and did not alter or destroy any data. His case became a major legal and diplomatic issue between the US and the UK, with many arguing that he should not be extradited because his hacking was not done for personal gain or malicious intent. Eventually, the British government blocked his extradition on humanitarian grounds, citing his medical condition. McKinnon has Asperger's syndrome. Despite this, the US government never directly addressed McKinnon's claims, nor did they confirm or deny the existence of the spacecraft or secret space fleet he described. Many researchers believed that the aggressive pursuit of McKinnon was not just about hacking crimes, but about ensuring that whatever he had discovered would remain classified. Interestingly, one of the most compelling testimonies comes from Donna Hare, a former NASA employee with high-level security clearance, who has stated that she personally witnessed evidence of extraterrestrial craft in official NASA photographs. According to Hare, NASA has high-resolution images of UFOs and advanced spacecraft that have never been made available to the public. Her revelations, along with statements from other insiders, suggest that NASA has been deliberately covering up the presence of unidentified objects in space for years. Donna Hare worked as a technical illustrator and photo lab specialist for NASA during the Apollo program and beyond. Due to her security clearance, she had access to sensitive materials, including classified photographs and high-resolution images taken during space missions. Hare's most shocking claim is that she was shown a photograph of a UFO by a NASA colleague who worked in the agency's photographic department. She described the image as showing a large, disc-shaped craft hovering above the Earth's surface. When she asked her colleague what she was looking at, he responded by saying, "We always have to airbrush these things out before we release the images to the public." This statement deeply disturbed Hare, as it indicated that NASA had a systematic process of removing evidence of extraterrestrial craft from its official imagery. She later learned that this practice was well known among certain employees, but that they were under strict orders to never discuss it publicly. In a later interview, Hare recounted an incident where she overheard a discussion among NASA personnel about UFOs being detected during Apollo missions. Some astronauts, she claimed, had even reported encounters with unidentified objects while in orbit, but their communications were heavily censored before being released. Hare's testimony is not an isolated claim. Other former NASA workers and whistleblowers have made similar allegations, further reinforcing the idea that UFOs are a well-documented but deliberately hidden reality within space exploration. One of the most common claims is that NASA has entire teams dedicated to altering or erasing anomalous objects from their images before they are made public. These efforts reportedly take place within restricted areas at NASA facilities, where only a select few employees are allowed access to raw, unedited photographs from space missions. According to these insiders, the process typically involves airbrushing or digitally altering images to remove any unexplained craft, structures, or other anomalies. This is done under the directive of top NASA officials and government agencies that have a vested interest in keeping extraterrestrial presence hidden from public knowledge. The revelation that NASA has allegedly been covering up extraterrestrial activity raises a fundamental question. Why would they go to such lengths to keep this information secret? One of the most plausible reasons is national security. If UFOs and advanced spacecraft are not of human origin, their capabilities could pose a threat to global stability and military defense systems. Governments around the world may fear that revealing the truth about extraterrestrial technology would cause mass panic or compromise national security interests. Another possibility is that NASA is withholding information about UFOs to protect corporate and governmental investments in space technology. If the public were to learn that advanced propulsion systems and interstellar travel are already possible, it could undermine the existing aerospace industry, which is built around chemical rockets and conventional space exploration methods. There is also the theory that NASA's collaboration with private defense contractors may play a role in keeping these discoveries under wraps. Some researchers believe that classified military space programs have been studying retrieved extraterrestrial technology, and any disclosure from NASA could inadvertently reveal these covert operations. As more whistleblowers like Donna Hare come forward, the demand for transparency from NASA has grown stronger. The public deserves to know whether UFOs and extraterrestrial technology are being hidden from them. In recent years, pressure from UFO researchers, journalists, and lawmakers has resulted in declassified reports acknowledging that military pilots and intelligence officials have encountered unidentified aerial phenomena that defy known physics. However, NASA's role in this cover-up has yet to be fully exposed. Hare and other whistleblowers have called for a full release of unedited NASA imagery, allowing independent researchers to examine raw photos and determine for themselves if UFOs are being removed. Within our expansive solar system, where the sun radiates as the central celestial body, Sporadic abnormalities and mysteries captivate the curiosity of astronomers and fans alike. Recently, a mysterious phenomena occurred when amateur astronomers saw a massive round, unidentified object in close proximity to the Sun. This observation, recorded by solar observatories, has ignited conjecture and discussion over its essence and source, mainly because this isn't the first time that this mysterious object has been observed close to the Sun. The discovery of the mysterious object was first reported by amateur astronomers and researchers who were analyzing data from NASA's Solar and Heliospheric Observatory and the Solar Dynamics Observatory. These space-based observatories are equipped with advanced instruments capable of capturing high-resolution images and videos of solar activity, including solar flares, coronal mass ejections, and other phenomena. In the midst of routine observations of the Sun's dynamic behavior, astronomers noticed a peculiar anomaly near the solar limb, a large, circular object appearing to hover close to the Sun's surface. This is one recent image that has been circulating, and it seems to depict what appears to be a massive black object hovering just above the Sun. Since these enormous craft are coming straight from NASA and other space organizations, we know they are real. Initial analysis of the imagery revealed a distinct, perfect circular shape and structure, contrasting sharply with the surrounding solar corona. The object's proximity to the Sun presented a challenge for researchers attempting to discern its true nature, and the intense heat and radiation emitted by the Sun make it difficult for spacecraft and telescopes to operate close to its surface, limiting the duration and clarity of observations. Despite these challenges, astronomers managed to capture multiple images and videos of the mysterious object as it traversed near the solar limb. Speculation about the identity of the object ranged from natural phenomena to more exotic possibilities. While many who have viewed this shot have speculated that it's a coronal mass ejection, others have noted that they are often observed as jets of plasma rather than perfectly formed black circles, and that they are never seen in this shape. The Sun's outer atmosphere, known as the corona, is the source of stunning and potent eruptions of solar plasma and magnetic fields, known as coronal mass ejections. With the ability to release enormous amounts of solar material into space at speeds ranging from hundreds to over 2,000 kilometers per second, these occurrences rank among the most energetic events in our solar system. The dynamics of the Sun's magnetic field and the process by which plasma is ejected from the solar corona determine the forms of coronal mass ejections. Coronal mass ejections can occasionally be seen as a wide, fan-shaped structure or expanding plume coming from the Sun's limb. The massive release of magnetic energy and solar material causes these plumes to travel over great distances in the solar corona and into the interplanetary region beyond. Although the majority of coronal mass ejections have a roughly symmetrical or fan-shaped appearance, irregular or asymmetrical shapes can result from the complex dynamics of the solar corona or from the interplay of several magnetic loops. Some proposed that it could be a previously unknown type of solar phenomenon, such as a rare configuration of magnetic fields or plasma dynamics interacting in the Sun's outer atmosphere. Others suggested the object might be a comet or asteroid on a trajectory that brought it unusually close to the Sun, although its circular shape and apparent stability raised questions about this hypothesis. As images and data of the unidentified object circulated within the groups that investigate strange phenomena, public interest in the discovery grew. Social media platforms and online forums buzzed with theories and interpretations, with some individuals speculating about advanced origins or the presence of technology capable of withstanding the Sun's extreme conditions. Interestingly, those who believe that this is an unidentified object have suggested that objects could be utilizing the Sun as a potential energy source for powering their spacecraft. The Sun, a massive nuclear fusion reactor at the center of our solar system, radiates immense amounts of energy into space. This energy, in the form of sunlight and solar radiation, represents a virtually limitless resource compared to finite fuel sources on Earth. For a technologically advanced civilization capable of interstellar travel, tapping into the Sun's energy could provide a sustainable and abundant power supply for spacecraft propulsion and operations over vast distances. One concept for utilizing the Sun's energy in space travel involves solar sails, large reflective surfaces that capture and reflect sunlight to generate propulsive force. Solar sails operate on the principle of radiation pressure, where photons exert a small amount of pressure when they strike a surface, and this pressure, although extremely subtle, can accumulate over time to accelerate spacecraft to high velocities without the need for traditional fuel. UFOs equipped with advanced solar sail technology could maneuver through the solar system by adjusting the orientation of their sails to capture sunlight and harness radiation pressure. By leveraging the sun's energy in this way, UFOs could potentially achieve efficient and continuous acceleration over long distances, enabling rapid transit between star systems or within our own solar neighborhood. Another theoretical approach involves directly converting solar energy into electrical power for spacecraft systems. Advanced solar cell technologies, capable of converting sunlight into electricity with high efficiency, could provide a reliable energy source for UFOs operating in the vicinity of the sun.